In the heart of the African savanna, where the sun-kissed grasslands stretched as far as the eye could see, there lived a majestic lion named Bobby. His golden mane glistened in the sunlight, and his piercing green eyes seemed to see right through to the soul. Bobby was no ordinary lion. He was brave, courageous, and strong, with a heart full of kindness and a spirit that shone like a beacon in the night. Bobby's story began on a warm summer afternoon, when his mother, a fierce and loving lioness named Juna, gave birth to him in a secluded cave nestled beneath the roots of an ancient acacia tree. Juna was proud of her newborn cub, and as she looked into his curious eyes, she knew that Bobby was destined for greatness. As Bobby grew, Juna taught him everything she knew about the ways of the savanna. She taught him how to hunt and how to protect himself from predators. She taught him the importance of family and loyalty, and the value of compassion and understanding. But most of all, she taught him the meaning of bravery. Bobby was fascinated by the stories of his mother's adventures, of the great deeds she had done and the many battles she had fought. He would listen with wide eyes as she spoke of her exploits, and his heart swelled with pride. He knew that he wanted to follow in her footsteps, to become as brave and strong as his mother. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, Bobby grew stronger and more confident. He began to venture out into the savanna, exploring the vast grasslands and learning about the creatures that lived there. He made friends with a wise old tortoise named Max, who taught him about the importance of patience and perseverance. He met a mischievous mongoose named Midge, who showed him the secrets of the savanna's hidden world. But Bobby's greatest adventure was yet to come. One day, a fierce and powerful hyena named Scar began to terrorize the savanna. He was a monster of a creature, with razor-sharp teeth and a heart full of malice. He roamed the land, preying on unsuspecting animals and causing chaos wherever he went. The animals of the savanna cowered in fear, and many wondered how anyone could ever stop Scar's reign of terror. Bobby, determined to prove himself, set out to confront Scar. He knew that it wouldn't be an easy task, but he was convinced that he could do it. He marched bravely towards Scar's lair, his heart pounding in his chest and his paws trembling with anticipation. As he approached the lair, Bobby could feel the ground shaking beneath his feet. He could hear the sound of Scar's menacing laughter, and the stench of his rotting breath filled the air. But Bobby did not flinch. He stood tall and proud, his mane bristling with determination. "Scar, I've come to stop you," Bobby declared, his voice ringing out across the savanna. Scar turned to face the brave young lion. His eyes narrowed, and his jaws snapped with fury. "You think you can stop me, little lion?" Scar sneered. "I'm the greatest hunter the savanna has ever known. I'll crush you beneath my paw like the insignificant insect that you are." But Bobby was not intimidated. He stood his ground, his eyes locked on Scar's. He knew that he had to be brave, to show Scar that he would not back down. "You may have power, Scar," Bobby said, his voice steady and firm. "But I have something that you will never have. I have courage. And with courage, I will defeat you." Scar laughed, a cold and mirthless sound, but Bobby could see the flicker of uncertainty in his eyes. He knew that Scar was afraid, that he was beginning to doubt his own strength. The two lions faced each other, locked in a fierce stare. But as the moments ticked by, Scar's confidence began to wane. He realized that Bobby was not just any ordinary lion, that he was a force to be reckoned with. And so, with a final snarl, Scar turned and fled, abandoning his lair and his reign of terror. The animals of the savanna cheered as Bobby emerged victorious. They celebrated his bravery and his strength, and they knew that they had found a true hero. Bobby, still proud and unflinching, walked among them, his mane shining like a halo in the sunlight. As the years passed, Bobby became a legendary figure. Animals from far and wide came to hear his stories and to seek his advice. He was a wise and just leader, a true king of the savannah. And though Scar had long since fled the land, Bobby never forgot the lessons that he had learned. He knew that bravery and courage were the qualities that truly mattered, and he lived his life according to those principles. One day, a young lioness named Arya came to Bobby, seeking his counsel. She was a beautiful and fiery creature, with a spirit as wild as the savannah itself. But she was also afraid of the unknown and uncertain of her place in the world. Bobby listened to her story, his ears attentive and his heart full of compassion. He knew that he had been in a similar situation before, and he knew the fears that Arya felt. "You are afraid, Arya," Bobby said, his voice kind and gentle. "But that is a normal feeling. We all feel afraid sometimes. The question is, what will you do with that fear?" Arya looked up at Bobby, her eyes shining with uncertainty. "I don't know," she admitted. "I just feel so lost and alone." Bobby nodded, his mane bristling with understanding. "Then let me tell you a secret, Arya," he said. "The only way to overcome fear is to face it head-on. You must be brave just like I was brave when I faced Scar. You must stand tall and proud, and you must trust in yourself and in the world around you." Arya listened, entranced by Bobby's words. She knew that he spoke the truth, that bravery was the key to overcoming fear. And so, with a newfound sense of courage and determination, she stood up and walked out into the savannah, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Bobby watched her go, a knowing glint in his eye. He knew that she would be okay, that she would find her way in the world. And he knew that he would be there to help her, to guide her and to support her every step of the way. As the sun set over the savannah, casting a golden glow over the grasslands, Bobby settled down to rest. He was tired but content, knowing that he had made a difference in the world. He knew that he was a brave and noble lion, a true hero of the savannah. And as he drifted off to sleep, he smiled, knowing that he would always be remembered as a symbol of courage and bravery, a shining example to all the animals of the savannah. Epilogue. Years went by and Bobby grew old and wise. He spent his days mentoring young lions and guiding the rest of the savannah's animals with his wise counsel. His fame spread far and wide, and animals from all corners of Africa came to seek his advice and to learn from his experiences. One day, a young lion asked Bobby to tell him his greatest adventure. Bobby settled back into his favorite spot, beneath a shady acacia tree, and began to recount the tale of Scar, the fierce and powerful hyena. But as he spoke, Bobby realized that the greatest adventure of all was not the one he had told the young lion. The greatest adventure was not the battle with Scar or the bravery he had displayed. It was the journey of self-discovery, the discovery of his own strengths and weaknesses. It was the journey of becoming a wise and noble lion, a true king of the savannah. It was the journey of becoming Bobby, the brave and courageous lion who stood tall and proud, his mane shining like a halo in the sunlight. And as the sun set over the savannah, casting a golden glow over the grasslands, Bobby smiled, knowing that his greatest adventure was not the one he had told the young lion. It was the one he had lived, the one he had experienced with every fiber of his being. The story of Bobby the brave lion is one that will be told for generations to come. It is a story of courage and bravery, of strength and resilience. It is a reminder that with determination and courage, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve greatness. Bobby may be an old lion now, but his story will live on, inspiring generations of animals to come. And even though he may have grown old and wise, his legacy will continue to shine bright, a beacon of hope and a reminder of the power of bravery and courage.